what's happening in India is, I think, in one of our earlier meetings, we had other participants. Aquo is probably one of them, and Maitri, it's a company in Hyderabad which is making atmospheric water machines. Vayu Gel, you're familiar with. At least 3 companies are there, and I'm sure there are others who are internationally looking at India as an opportunity. We have tried to focus on a niche segment so far, which is the institutional segment, where bottled water is largely used. There are also some segments which are buying tankers or buying water from other sources. And it is erratic because in the season you may get, in the monsoons you may get water, but other times you do not get. And it's not a very sustainable solution. So small attempts have been made, and there have been, I think, 50 to 60 units that have been installed in various capacities from 40 liters per day to 2,000 liters per day in schools, in offices, in hotels. Now we are seeing some traction coming from IT parks. For example, Shell is a company. Shell is not an IT park, but it's also a company which has a very large establishment in Chennai. And they are looking at atmospheric water to reduce their water footprint and also reduce dependence on either groundwater or tanker supplies. HCL is another computer company which has 7 blocks in a complex in Chennai, and they're really looking at water as a service. So they do not want to buy the machine. They said if Vayu Gel can provide the infrastructure, the pipelines, the water quality, the water metering systems, and just charge us rupees X per liter, and that's where the discussion is. So that, they just pay for the water, they don't maintain any facilities. So it's moving in that direction. Hotels are showing interest. Energy cost is still a challenge. I'm right now sitting in a resort in western part of India, where I just had a discussion with the head of engineering, and he himself asked, why not atmospheric water capture for his restaurants and the gym that they have, where there's a lot of consumption. And they are also investing in alternative energies, solar powered, and so on. So the cost of energy is coming down. This is nothing to do with Vayu Gel as a product, but that the customers' energy costs are low. So these are the niches where it is evolving. We are also in discussion with the railways and some of the state governments for the tourist spots where there's huge consumption of water and there's no guarantee of good clean water. It'll take some time because we are a little wary about government contracts, and the cash flows are a problem for a startup. We are looking at funding. There are companies which are willing to invest in a BOO model, build, own and operate model, with a certain expected return of their investment. And they may be very large setups. So this is what I see emerging. It is still a far cry for households, but institutional markets and some of these areas that I just described have a good potential. Industries is another area where we don't know. There is a lot of moisture that's, if you have a paper mill or if you have a cooling tower, there's a lot of moisture which is lost. And energy is also produced within the premises. So it could be an option to recover moisture. There are drying chambers, dehumidifiers, all of them lose moisture, and we are seeing how to put that moisture back into their system. But that's where we are.